Well, hey Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Robot Spirits RMS 099 Rick DS Ver Anime. This is the latest release from the Zeta line from Robot Spirits, where they're redoing a lot of those mobile suits from Zeta in the Ver Anime style, so they look accurate, they have a lot of cool functions. But yeah, let's dive into this one. All right, here we go, and actually, yeah, I already opened it because it was just looking awesome. I was excited. And in fact, I was gonna plan to do this later, but as I was looking at the features that were in this, I realized, wow, there's really a lot going on here. And in fact, my idea for the review initially was gonna be me reviewing this along with the other version that is Quattro Vaginas. But once I saw all the gimmicks and features on this, I was like, you know what, I need to do a review of this on its own. But then I'm gonna do another video comparing the original version from Robot Spirits with the new Ver Anime Quattro version. All right, just want to take a quick look at this unit itself without all the gimmicks on it. And it definitely looks good. It definitely looks like what the Rick DS looks like from the Zeta anime. It's just really nice that we have a non-Quattro Vagina, so it could be any one of his compatriots. So when it comes to sculpt, paintwork, colors, I mean, looking at this, I'm not saying that there's not a lot to this, but there's kind of not a lot to this. So it's kind of easy to just nail down, you know, the colors, the shapes. I mean, they pull it off. And, you know, to look at some features, you know, as I was looking at this, I was amazed at all the little things this has that's not on the other ones. There's some like little things, like I just like how, you know, you have the binders on here. They're on this rotating platform here. Kind of rotating, I guess more of a up-down hinge. So depending on how you're wanting to, you know, articulate, position, pose, not only does this move up and down, but they're also articulated with these little spots here that you can actually pull off. Okay, that was harder than it should have been, but yeah, here you go. Here's the little the piece there, and apparently you can have it where, and I don't know if I have the correct hand on, but the idea is to, you know, pull off a scene from the anime in, okay, not the gripping hand for the saber, but trigger finger. Okay, there you go. Oh, no. Okay, and other things to look at here. So we've got the head here, looks great, love the colors, but there's so much going on with this compared to the other one. So you can open this up here, I pull that up just enough, and there's, you know, some articulation down in there, which is crazy to see how much little detail and engineering is going here. And this is how you can get that little, the gun there to pop up. You know, along with that, the eye moves, and if I didn't have my nails the way they were, I probably wouldn't be able to get to this. Let's see, back and forth. I mean, it's kind of hard to show off the full rotation and range of this, but it's there and it's nice. In fact, I like that between moving the eye and the Vulcans, if that's what they are on the head, it's all done with one piece where you don't have like an additional head you have to pop on or anything. Okay, and in the back of the head, I like the little detail there. Not much, but there's a sort of plastic or rubber in there for the piping. To kind of give it that movement while you're moving the head. And while we're here, we could see, yeah, look at, I love Robot Spirits with their arms. I mean, like how crazy is that? But it works. It gets you the range you want. Look at that. I mean, this guy can dab. All right, moving down to the arms. I love how they continue to work on the engineering. I love this sort of movement side to side around the elbows. You know, that's not something you would normally do, but this kind of helps keep it looking proportional to scale. It looks accurate while maybe holding a weapon in a certain way so that it kind of fits either on the arm, and we'll look at that in a second with holding a weapon. So very well done there. There's a lot that you can see that went into the articulation on the elbow. And the same here with the knees. I mean, look at this. You open it up here and it's like a whole other action figure. No, not really, but it's just cool to see all the engineering that goes in to kind of give it the look while also having the engineering to be above 90, which, you know, is more than we need. And easy access, I guess, because of the nature of the build here, easy access to the skirts and opening that up. That didn't sound right. And then with the feet, this is the thing that's odd to me, is this the toe going down like that. That might have been in the anime, and I just don't remember. A lot of times with articulation, I'm used to it going the other way. That way, you know, you can have some sort of like, you know, walking pose or something. But I guess, I mean, you can go down regular like that, but then even more like that. I don't know. It looks goofy to me, although this could have been a shot. It's like a ballerina. All right, there's that guy, which, I mean, look at all this articulation. I'm just like throwing him around. And like, look at that. It's so movable, yet nothing's like loose, although that can happen. So for accessories, we've got the bazooka here, which is nice. We've got these two guns that attach to the back, and I'm going to show that here in a second. Beam saber blade, beam saber handle, nicely sculpted. Another beam saber blade, and in fact, you could use this as a beam blade, a beam bullet shot, right? No, a beam shot. Blast? Speaking of blast, the bazooka gets this effect part, which is just another excellent effect part to add to the collection, because it can be used for anything. That's sometimes what kind of justifies the pricing on these for me. Okay, let me see if I can plug this in correctly. Okay, that not too heavy, so I was actually afraid it seemed that would be heavy and lean down, but I don't think so. Let me get that better view here so you can kind of see the length of this. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes I'm scared with effect pieces and it kind of breaking, but I think it's done pretty good here. I think it's because this front part is kind of structurally sound, maybe, just due to the larger area here to hold this. But it's pretty cool because, yeah, this was another piece that I just put on there. So maybe there's, wow, I just realized out of all these effect parts that Bandai Namco has made for the robot spirits, this is the first time they haven't felt like a weapon. Okay, so let me check something else out. So these are new thruster parts, another accessory. Yeah, actually, it's sharp, but it's not as bad. So it looks like they're changing because those things, you could stab someone. I've probably bled from it and didn't even know. But those are the other accessory parts. It's actually two pieces right here. This one, I don't know what else you would necessarily use that for because this is such a specific connector. So, you know, why not made as one piece? You know, I don't know, maybe it's to give this look of like multiple jets. And those, for instance, you could plug right here under the foot, which is cool because it's its own articulated thruster, so that's always nice. And on the back, if you want to take a look at all the thrusters there, so there's so much, not necessarily on the feet except for those, but yeah, there's so much here. Obviously, thruster effect parts that come with a whole bunch of other robot spirits you could use on here, which is awesome. Okay, and another effect part has to do with the guns, I guess, on the shoulders here, or jets. So let's put that, because that looks more like a jet blast. And I don't know if, I forget if that's something that happened in Zeta. Oh no, I'm getting my Zeta card pulled, but that looks cool. I mean, there's two of them to plug them in, and obviously this would be then used with the Quattro Bagina version. And then a bunch of hands, which I'm thinking of how crazy it is, the size difference of some hands. Some are just so small you might lose them. Others like this are like bigger than its head, bigger than parts of its body. You get, okay, I think this one's a trigger finger. Yeah, let's look at that. Trigger finger, trigger. Okay, here we go. We get two of these. This is that special where it shoots the sealant from the finger. But it's interesting. There is a hole there, and I was able to fit in this, which that's cool. All right, you get your relaxed open hand here. You get your fist hand. Yeah, and then this one is for like holding the beam saber, or actually probably the other little binder here. Right? Yeah, that plugs in. Would I have it standing like that with hands on? That seems like a Gundam Breaker thing. Okay, and real quick, to show off how some of this works. I really like the contraption. So this gun, the other accessory, has this little part here that opens and closes. I just love how that's just a nice, neat little detail that's not on the original one. And even down here, there's this little connector piece that can come out. Little nub right here, you push, this comes out, you get that, and then you try to plug it in there. And also the bazooka has a connector to go on either side, really. All right, beam saber goes in the spot back here. And then you know what, look at that. There's the connector piece in here. And let's see if this actually fits. No. It is blocked. Very interesting that it's designed to only work down here. I mean, technically I could put it here too, but that doesn't look accurate. It's like made specifically for this. That's very interesting. Anyway, I gotta plug this in here, finally. All right, and real quick, there it is when you have it kitted out, where you have, you know, the binders are connected. You have the other guns plugged in here, beam saber right there. So, but this is really cool. You know, it's not like this is my favorite of mobile suits that I talk about all the time when I talk Zeta, but to me, this is a staple of kind of the Zeta crew, especially Quattros. But the way they went about the engineering on this is amazing, because I like action figures, so I know what to look for in a quality action figure. And being what I think is an okay design, the engineering on this just makes it awesome. So anyway, let me know what you think. Collecting robot spirits, is this something you would pick up? Obviously, the Quattro one is awesome. Expect a video where I'm actually going to break down the difference between the original version and the new one to see if it's worth just getting the old one or actually getting the new one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to the supporters that make this possible. Check the links in the description for things you can do, like join our Discord. We have a lot of fun there. But until next time, be cool.